Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... Yes, it is me, Father Jacob. Welcome to the Church of Criticism, I suppose. And today's subject we have is... Witchcraft! Witchcraft! There you go. And that's why we're not a church, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. We're talking about Witch Academy. Everyone got really invested on this one last time, so... yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It really depends, actually. So, but I'm here to indulge people, regardless. So I suppose we'll we'll just go ahead and get started. Invest is not the word we would use. Well, someone did last time on the stream. I forget who it was, but someone did use the word invested. And judging by the view count on this on this part of the stream so far, they're probably here right now and just haven't typed yet. Hello, Shorin Rodriguez. Are you one of my students? Because that name rings a bell. Either way, welcome. Glad that you're here. Who was also here, by the way, is tonight's guest, Ghosty.
Hello, I have finally changed.
Witchcraft.
Ghosty is here to sample the witchcraft they have for offerings because casual magic is finally happening in this series. Slow down, everybody. The event of the century is here.
Yeah, well, they're actually learning things at the academy itself. We've had examples of magic beforehand with, I guess, the elite witches going off to help Mefgazub with their fight. But yeah,
yes,
aside from that,
but fighting magic and casual magic are two different sides of the same coin.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you ask Freerin. Yeah.
No, I don't really like the Freerin anime that much. It's pretty to look at, but I'm confused.
Yeah, this is why I said it's definitely something that would be rife for spoofing. That's the thing. Like I said before, my next D&D character that I want to make up is actually is also an elf who has been around for a long time. However, I want to focus on just all of the dumb aspects of elf immortality that Freeman kind of glossed over in favor of the more serious, dramatic stuff. Whereas Freeman kind of going for I never thought about it that way. I'm going for oh god, I never thought about it that way. But yeah, that's for another day. We'll see.
Also, Jacob,
more likely than not, we're going to bring up Crack Knuckle first. But yeah.
You are a man of the UK, yes?
I am a man of the UK. That is correct.
Emily just sent me a picture of Vimto Chew boys.
Okay.
What are they?
Well, I actually didn't know those existed. I know that Vimto the drink existed, but I guess they've branched out.
It's a drink.
That's news to me. Yes, we do have enough room for another guest. We'll go ahead and put you in.
Speaking of, I have sent you a picture, and I have told Emily about it. The thing is that
I haven't seen any pictures of Vimto chewing bars. Or do you mean the other picture that you sent me earlier?
Yeah, the other picture I sent you earlier.
Right. Okay.
Send the good picture, not the bad picture.
Okay. Well, while I go ahead and sort that out because I wasn't expecting to, I do have another picture that I did intend to show off here, and that was this one. This is from episode 6. Because we were talking about before about how just how far down the line Agatha, the relation between Agatha and Aurora was, and yeah, apparently this is the answer here. So Aurora's dark magic was passed down when she almost killed her sister Serena when she was pregnant with Aurora. So to all those people who said that she was a direct aunt, and then we kind of talked about that afterwards. Yeah, that's the confirmation. And apparently it affected the whole family tree of Agatha's, even though that her mum, dad, even though he was dead, cousin lovers now have dark magic in their core. Wait, hold on. How? Okay, now that raises more questions, doesn't it? Because like, how exactly does the magic pass between like your family? Does it like just search for a general like bloodline or something? Was there a terrible house fight, a family reunion that I missed out on? Like, how did that? What?
That wasn't just a terrible house fire at the family reunion. The family reunion was the terrible house fire. Also, that little beanie girl is like, I do have an announcement though. I'm making my own Gacha series now, Orange Adventure. I can't wait to watch it.
Orange Adventure, interesting name. I guess everyone's announcing stuff today. Jeez, so it's a lot going on apparently. KW, you got any announcements for us today?
Yes, Team Chaotix has is still opening for auditions until Saturday at 11 CST. Yeah.
Speaking of KW, I have found a suitably sharp font, and I'm ready to proceed with making channel branding for you.
I am actually. I don't know why I'm excited for that.
I also found
it's your channel's branding. Of course, you're excited.
I also found a Sonic and Shadow Nerf gun at Krogus.
What?
Yeah, one thing just
I suppose this will suffice for now.
I have found a Nerf gun with a shadow on it.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. I kind of want that now. Like,
I think I sent you a picture like a while ago.
Oh yeah, I think you did.
You've all seen me with guns, but have you seen guns with me?
Oh my god, Jacob! Why?
Like, I'm just figuring out Vimto chew bars exist, and I kind of really want it.
Mm-hmm.
What, there are other Vimto products?
In Soviet Russia, guns have shadow.
What?
Also,
wait, hold on. Can I combine shadow in a Russian accent?
Oh god,
Hello,
here we
it
go.
is me. My name is Shadow. In Soviet Russia, guns have me.
Why would
Why do I feel like that fits though? Like why? Why did that fit? I do not understand.
Because I can imagine Shadow fitting the Russian stereotype.
Imagine Sonic characters are actually from different countries and area.
Like, even though
Honestly,
Shadow
I saw a
is...
post like that, but with Code Lyoko one time. Whereas like someone like had headcan, they were all from different countries, except for I think one of them was still French, but I forget which one it was. I think it was Jeremy. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Either
Jeremy,
way.
because Jeremy is the series equivalent of the straight man, and we need the straight man to be as French as the audience in order for the straightness to work.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. I remember Ulrich was made to be German. William was Scottish because he named after Scottish poets. Yumi was still Japanese. That hasn't changed.
Like, Ulrich makes sense because the root of Ulrich as a name is ancient Germanic.
Yeah, like there was logic behind all the decisions. I just try to remember what all the decisions actually were. I think was Odd American. I don't remember.
No,
anyway,
I think he was I think he was Italian. Italian.
Oh yeah, of course, Della Robbia. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And
then Aelita was Canadian, pretty sure, because I mean that was
like
her cover anyway.
Either Canadian or American.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So what was I going to do? Oh yes, that's right. I was going to show the image. Here we go. This is one of the images. They were of the same thing, but this is the clear example. I do love the way it's like pinned. Yeah, but there you go.
Like, it had
Final Break, a Gacha original series. Oh, and Wisteria Falls as well. I forgot that's the name of Emily's studio.
Like, that's because I had to pin it to the kind of cardboard to begin with because I'm too neurotic to be able to stand still and take a photo.
Just like lost food.
Yeah, that's what
Have I told the story of how my nan took one of the worst photos of all time?
What?
So for some reason, this happened when I was like 12, and my best friend and I were getting a picture together, and my nan was the one who was holding was holding the camera in question, and so she was she was saying like hold still to us, but meanwhile she was going hold still like that, and then eventually it only turned out to be like my best friend's shoulder. That was the only thing that appeared there. So every time I've mentioned said friend since, the time to mention said friend since to her, then she actually said to me, make sure to remind him I took the photo correctly. And one time I actually even like filmed that and showed that to him. So yeah, that's how it goes. But there you go. And not the BBC Sherlock hater. I don't think she ever hated the series, but she definitely preferred Basil Rathbone. That's for sure.
Wow. That's
I think you even showed me that one time. Yeah.
Huh. Well, anyway, oh, sorry, go on.
I'm just imagining that at some point, like years down the line, Bond will definitely be the grandparents going, if it's have kids, of course, this will be the grandparents being like, BBC Sherlock was the best version, then there'll be some like newfangled actor that has done another version since then, and people can be like, well, I don't know about that. Yeah. I prefer the fully 3D animated, deep faked whatever thing from the year 2055.
Wow.
Exactly. Wow. The cycle continues, yeah.
Let's just get into the episode, shall we?
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, let's do that. All right. Bring you back in, and without further ado, on with the review.
Bobby, I forgot what happened in the last episode, and I don't think I want to remember.
Yeah, I do like that the music changes every time. Actually, as well, the only shows that doesn't have like theme music to it, and it kind of works in that sense.
I'm scared.
It's going to be okay. We're safe down here.
What if the mortals find us?
They won't. I mean, I'll say they will probably think to look in the academy itself to find you. You probably should have scattered, but all right. I'm scared for your knees, girl. They were broken in half. They're witches. They can heal themselves, probably. I imagine they have something for that.
Is everything my fault now? Just because I was so blind to notice the gems were missing.
That was one thing that happened last episode, that she took like this relic from the king, but the king had removed the gems that were attached to the relic in question, and that was the thing that was originally concealing their academy. So the king basically played her. That was, yeah. There you go. Ah, yes. Brachium Immundo!
No! I would never look at
that would be even worse on two knees rather than maybe one arm. One arm was bad enough, but can you imagine? He just tries to stab a second later, just goes. Just
no! I can see it, and I hate it. No! I hate my brain works. Please, just continue. God, I don't want to know.
Like the way
my effing legs, Dobby, my effing legs.
Like, the way her shadow looks makes me think that it's going to sprout, those evil red eyes and prey on her insecurities. That would actually be a pretty cool concept, though.
Maybe. Why does it sound like the Infinity Gauntlet? I mean, you could sort of see it. It was a golden relic with, a bunch of jewels encrusted into it. I can see the comparison. But yeah.
Also, speaking of, I wanted to point this out for posterity reasons, but the characters are... But this isn't pre-rendered, I noticed, because the characters were fading after the background. You tried to hide it from me, but you couldn't.
No, I mean, one of us will always find the non pre-rendered moments in a
Are you
video.
sure that you want to make that decision, headmistress?
Also, what? You have invisible butterfly wings, it seems.
Giving your power to the headmaster is sacrificial.
I thought you just said she was the headmistress. Did I mean like the headmaster of Mogarip to like give him like double power boost or something?
Whatever it takes. Oh, no, go on.
Oh, there we go.
Do you want to do the headmistress or should I?
Depends. Do you want to be the headmistress? I don't care either way.
Whatever it takes to keep Methkazab and his students safe.
I have always cared about the well-being of this school, and of course its students.
Sure.
Wait, does that mean the headmaster is that the schools are named after their head? What happens when these ancient schools are passed down to like another headmaster? Does it change names again?
Maybe.
I'll indeed sacrifice my will. We are not going to lose another academy, especially a main one.
I mean, there are only 2 left, so I think they're mains by default at this point, but okay.
I'll give you my luck, mistress.
Hmm.
Then shall I give you my wishes to you and to everyone?
Wow.
And there it goes again.
Wow.
And there it is again.
Wow.
Yep, none of this. Yeah, all right. I thought the speech bubbles are shaded. It's completely unnatural, but I like it for some reason. Probably because it's something else that makes this a bit more unique than you know other gacha shows that we've seen.
It also feels more ambient.
Mm.
Like, we have realistic shadows on the floor by the looks of it, which tickles my brain so hard.
I mean, they need those waxed floors in this in this setting. It makes sense.
The other team has to go again?
That's outrageous. They just got back last night.
They must be exhausted.
Yes. But this is something serious now.
You mean it wasn't serious before?
I do not know how to pronounce that name. Is it
Methkazab.
great?
Like, think of it. Methamphetamine got Ga from Lady Gaga, and Zub as in bathtub spelled wrong.
Mechazub is a great
There we go.
because their academy won't be visible to mortals.
I'm now understanding why you keep calling marionettes, Ghosty. It's I can see the logic behind that. Are you serious? The honor team has less people in it, so
Then why don't you guys come and join us then?
probably because of school rules. But I mean, hey, it wouldn't be a magic show without some school rules being broken, right? We've both broken several school rules. One of my favorite Richard Harris deliveries: school rules.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Who cares if the
My-
other team should be the only ones to battle? Like, oh my god.
Like, I think my favorite line from Harry Potter is that what you and Professor Quirrell did in the Chamber of Secrets is a secret.
it's a complete secret. So naturally, the whole school
Everyone
knows.
knows.
Another Richard Harris, yeah. My favorite Harry Potter line of all time, I think, is just what? But like because like specifically, it was the scene where Harry was about to ride Buckbeak, and so and you know he just managed to get Buckbeak to not attack him. He was all afraid and such. And then Hagrid just goes, right, let's see you ride him then. What? Like, just the way that he turned around and reacted. That's my favorite Harry Potter line.
He's just like, excuse me?
Exactly.
We're all the same, but with different abilities. Did you not know that?
I think that probably makes you not the same in this context, but okay.
Yeah, it makes you completely different.
I think we should work together and stop these mortals. Isn't that against the school rules, though?
Yes, but doesn't matter now. Like, get it straight, man. If we have all of you and on our team together, we'd be twice as strong.
Again, if that means that the honor team, that means that they are like as strong as half the rest of the student body combined. But there you go.
Celeste is right. We should work together.
You know, it's kind of strange that that Aurora and Percival aren't here for this scene, because Percival is friends with Celeste, and he was the one who explained what the elite team was for Aurora and for us, the audience. So kind of strange that he's not the one. I get what the Celeste will like go to at this point. I do, however, like the fact that there are like other witches that will be involved in this, and of course there'll be different people for different times. It just seems strange, knowing what we know about Celeste, to not have them in this particular scene. My favorite of those are both McGonagall ones. One is Take Weasley. You seem far too happy with there. The plus of the options goes boom, boom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My one favorite McGonagall lines is the one that she says like very soon after that. I've always wanted to use that spell.
Yes, that's like the best line.
That's because.
Never mind that.
That's
Sorry,
because for once, McGonagall seems legitimately happy to do something instead of begrudgingly doing it.
Right.
That is true. Yeah, like you know that she enjoys what she does, but she never like lets it show. That's the thing. You know, always very like strict and refined on purpose. Yeah.
If that's so, then I'll go inform everyone else about this.
That's KW's robot, by the way.
But you need to hurry. We're leaving in 10 minutes, so meet us outside with the Mount Empress.
There we go. It was the Mount. I remember we were talking about this character last week, and we forgot the name of them. So yeah, it was the Mount Empress. That's the one who has the horse at the moment.
I'm glad the Mount Empress is reappearing. Good to know that the writer hasn't forgotten.
Got it.
Actually, quite. Ooh, that was actually quite cool.
Really smooth.
Yeah. This was the age of the existing animated poses, but yes, also very smooth.
No,
I think it's also.
I mean, just the turnaround and walk away was smooth.
Oh, I see.
Crap! I almost forgot about Percival and Aurora. Oh no.
Yeah, see, this is what I was saying. This is what I meant. If anything, Aurora has more reason than most to go to see the Mount Empress, because the Mount Empress has her mount.
By the way, do we know if the horse has magic powers or not? I want horse to have magic powers.
I don't recall it having magic powers, at least not we've seen yet. Maybe it's been trained by the Mount Empress to have some sort of powers. You never know. This is an academy after all.
Percival mentioned that Ace loves him.
Okay, he is, to my knowledge, supposed to be the deuteragonist of the show. He hasn't come across that way, but he's supposed to be. So he's definitely he definitely will get mentions. Anyway, all of you will obey to me, your king. That's right, obey to me. Don't think about it.
Don't think too hard. Or else this sentence makes
meanwhile, the crowd is like, what is he saying? I don't know. He doesn't have any magical powers. He can't amplify his voice. Why is he talking to the... His mouth is underneath the banister. How is the sound supposed to travel? Everyone else is shouting.
What are we shouting about? Are we talking about cheeseburgers?
Did someone else say cheeseburgers? I want cheeseburgers.
Can I get a small frosty with that?
Cheeseburgers! Get your fresh cheeseburgers right over here! The entire army starts like marching away, and the king is like, "Yes, go to my cheeseburgers."
Are there any fries with that?
Fries! Get the fries over here as well! It's a different vendor. The king, like days later, was like, where are they? I thought they would have been battle reports by now. And what's all with all these wrappings on the ground? If you see a witch on sight, kill them with no hesitation. Much like we've already been doing. Yes.
Wait, did he say steal or kill? I can't remember.
I said kill! Definitely. And also, zim zam bim zim zam zim zim zam blim zim zim zim. We understood that. Okay, we'll go off and start a crusade.
Crusade for cheeseburgers and fries? Ketchup
over here. The army does like a double turn and they immediately retreat.
Oh, God.
Witches are the form of evilness in this world of ours. Unlike those corrupted spirits we saw before that are pure evil, no, witches are the form.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
We shall perish them all tonight. I don't think that's how the verb perish works, but sure, okay.
We shall, like, the correct form of that sentence is they shall perish tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Or we shall make them perish tonight would also have worked. I love how you went to cheeseburger venues with literally no context from this series. I don't know. KW's been making a random series recently. I'm pretty sure that that's just, her brain now just working with, like, just connect anything. Anything at all.
Let me look up the date in which hamburgers were invented.
We don't know what type it is meant to be, by the way, so...
Well, they're the king, so there's obviously still a standing monarchy.
I mean, there's still standing monarchies in our world today. I think there's like 10 of them. Anyway.
So, we're able to walk around the village for a while, right?
Again, this shows you the main characters have been so far apart from all the action that's been taking place. That's what my biggest critique of this series is that, yes, there's a bunch of action going on, but the main characters in episode 7 have yet to become involved in the process. And there were 3 episodes left after this.
Jeez.
The professor told us we can explore the village, but not just too far.
Stop!
But not just too far, also nearby.
I forgot you do the accent. Dang it.
I would say before I started this video, I was like, I remember I did a voice for Percival last time. Which one was it? I was because then even going back in the review, making sure I got the right one. I was like, oh wait, no, I remember. Never mind. I've got it.
Alright.
I know what I'm doing.
I just noticed something. This part of the village is a bit wrecked, in all honesty.
Really? You only just noticed this? We've been walking here for 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, apparently I'm blind.
Also,
This was the last place Agatha attacked before drowning herself. Evidence by the large body of water behind me. She drowned herself in that.
Also, wait, I have a thing here.
Okay.
Some food historians have traced the origins of the hamburger back to ancient Rome, citing a mincemeat dish with pine nuts, pepper, and flavoring of wine. Surprisingly, Genghis Khan and
Sounds like my kind of hamburger.
Genghis Khan and his Mongolian horses also feature in the hamburger history. Mongolian horses would often eat meat wrapped in stash meat in saddlebags on long journeys and eat, basically meat in a dough bun as travel portions. So apparently the hamburger has a long and complex ancient history.
There you go.
Oh snap!
Can't believe you're telling me this now.
I
And
don't know, you only just brought it up.
Instead of when we were at the lake, please, Bakugo, get your ass out of my face.
No, I was just like trying to stream his phone and I made it bit awkward. Wait.
Brachium
I'm going to learn Claudio Leviosa when we come here.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I can't believe you're telling me this now instead of by the lake that I was burned from.
Mm-hmm. No, is the bucket for the hit series Random the Series? Why, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Very same, literally. I thought you've already known.
Nope.
I thought you have already known. Yes, that's how it said. About Agatha. Never mind, I'll tell you later. She had a dream about her in the last episode. This kind of seems relevant, to be honest.
Right?
What else are you doing right now? You're walking around a village, have a conversation. As far as they're concerned, nothing else is going on. They could have this talk.
Just standing in the middle of it by this blacksmith. Is this an AI-generated background? I'm trying to look really close and decipher it.
Well, this was made in this series was made in 2019 to 2020, so it definitely, I doubt it's AI. In fact, let me just see. Are we in 2020 era yet for this series? Let's see.
Oh.
Nope, still 2019, July 12th. So yeah.
All right, then we are in the clear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it does look like the building to the top right is alive because like the window is like an eye and the mouth and whatever. But yeah, I can
Also, the realistic shadows change. The shadows changing poses with them is kind of an ideal choice, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see that for us specifically because of the timeline of always being visible on StreamYard. But yeah, if anyone watches this in the original video in the description, you can see for yourself that yes. I wonder if they're going to change that with the position of the sun or not. That'd be interesting too.
You never know. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What the heck? Sorry.
Okay.
I said, well, we never know. That was trying to say before I apparently was chucking. Yes, I am chucking my own spec, guys.
Yeah. Speaking of Harry Potter references, hello, Cedric.
Oh.
Long
time no see. Anyway, come on. Another fade up. Yep, that didn't not synced. Huh. I guess the others went to go explore too. Well, yeah, wasn't that what you were all doing?
So, where to now?
Oh, by the way, no shadows here because they're in the shade. So, it's circumstantial. That's good.
I do like it.
No, Jacob, you're wrong. Jacob, it's behind them. You can see their shadow right behind them.
Ah, okay. Oh, so it does change given the position of the sun. All right, then. I don't know. What do you feel like doing? Talking about Agatha. Start spilling.
Agatha all along.
I feel like grabbing something to eat.
Oh, I know this perfect ancient hamburgers place. Would you like to go? There's also a nearby market we can go to. Yes, if you're less upscale. Oh, okay. The shadows shift along with the camera itself. So like,
What?
okay.
I actually kind of
Alright.
like that. My brain is being tickled so hard right now.
Fair enough. I just like the fact it was a panning shot to begin with. Actually, that shows there's a bit more cinematography here now. Anyways,
Cinematography has entered the building.
First
oh, okay. Genist?
what?
Yes, Genist, the superhero.
Wait, did his shadow just move further behind him when he stepped forward? Oh, I love that. I do.
I do believe in shadows. I do believe in shadows.
No,
Oh
there's just-
my god!
I do like the shadows are somewhat realistic, and it tickles my brain. It gives me the fuzzies.
I really like that. Why am I saying about a Witch Academy? Oh my goodness. There you go. That's half of 2019 when the show got good. There you go.
What in the world are you doing here?
The story is still a mess, but at least it's pretty to look at.
That, yeah, honestly, that's pretty much been the ethos since day one. But yeah. Same question goes to you.
Percival, who is he?
One of my closest friend when he used to attend Mogarip.
Why does
of
he
my
not
closest.
now? Also, why is he wearing an eye patch?
I assume he graduated. There you go. There's the comment on the eye patch. Yeah. But I assume, yeah, he finished his studies.
I was too busy. Sorry I didn't comment on the eye patch sooner. I was too busy having my brain tickled by
That
the
was
shadows.
probably more for me. Yeah. Also, Jacob, it's been 2 seconds. No comment on the eye patch. Yeah, that was for me.
Ah, glad to be able to meet again.
Ah, and who is this young lady?
Her name is Aurora Senpai, which is what you are if you're an upperclassman of mine. Or were. She just moved to Mogorip not long ago.
What?
The creator consistently spelling the name of their magic school.
Wow!
I have failed you, Senpai. I have brought shame to myself.
Aurora? And yes, we need to talk about your shame. Isn't that the name of?
Okay, so that
Andy.
implies people know that Agatha or that Agatha's sister had a daughter potentially. Basically, like, was that common knowledge? And if so, how come her name wasn't changed when she got adopted? If that like, really?
It's likely that the adoptive mother didn't know that word would spread about her in the magic community.
Maybe,
the
but
Majunity, if you will.
yeah, I forget exactly how she came to adopt Aurora, and whether or not someone else would have been there to disclose that information to her. So I suppose
I
that's
don't
fair.
think we've figured out how in the first place, because in the last scene we saw of Aurora as a child, at least her father was alive. So
Yeah.
her father must have been murdered.
I used to have a friend named Aurora. Yeah.
Interesting.
Why does that remind me of Emil's laugh from People Above episode 1?
First of all, can I talk to you for a minute?
Aurora, is it okay if you wait for me? I need to have a talk with Genist. Mostly
Why?
about his name. Sure, take your time. I'll finish the line. You two in a moment. I'm just gonna go look for a market. But I told you where a market was before. Just follow my directions. Oh, she's gonna get lost anyway. Genius, what do you want to talk to her about?
You said her name was Aurora.
We've gone from Emile to Mrs. Dysart. Okay. Yes.
What the hell gets the relative's name? Aurora?
Why is everyone asking me about Agatha today? I'm not a historian. That's what I thought.
Maybe I'm just overthinking that she's a relative of Agatha's. Because of course, there were multiple named Aurora.
I mean, it's a relatively common name. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you here.
Shut up, Percival!
Magical healing.
Shame, Percival, shame!
I apologize, Senpai.
She could just be any other.
No, she is. I guess you're my friend, so I'll tell you.
You're not going to have any hesitation about.
I mean, if you can't trust your old senpai, who can you trust?
Like, we can't trust Genus or their intentions. So you're just going to spill the beans outside near a window where another person could potentially hear you.
Yeah,
Percival,
the location is the location's a bad idea.
Percival is being a dummy dumb right now.
Yeah. Oh, also
Yep,
now
dum
Messi
dum dum
dum. Percival spoke loudly outside. Dum 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 dum. Talking loud to his old senpai. Dum 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 dum. Okay, moving on.
Honestly, I'm glad you cut the bit.
Rascals do not dream of bunny girl senpai who's seen. Unfortunately, no. The last thing I ever saw about a bunny girl senpai was Breeton Boy senpai drill rap that I sent to Emily because I thought you'd get a kick out of it, and that was it.
How do you know this?
Well, she's my roommate, so I kind of put pieces together. To be honest, I've had a lot of time to think about this.
We're roommate?
Yes, and we were roommates. There you go.
We need to talk about this first of all. For shame, shame
Oh, yeah,
on
no.
you.
She has your old pet actually.
That doesn't make it any better, Principal.
Well, they were going to reassign the room anyway. They might as well. I thought I had the place to myself, quite frankly. I'm as disappointed as you are.
For shame, Principal, for shame. Haven't I not taught you anything better?
About what? The room assignment? I'm not responsible for that. What was I supposed to do?
Demand, Principal, demand!
All right, fine. Next time I will demand solitude, as my antisocial nature requires me to do so. I am an introvert, after all. Wait, no, I'm not. Hold on, I'm back. And scene. Interrupt charge the computer. All right, there we go.
Can we talk about the girl on the very left?
Sure, why not?
The emo mix screamo.
Yeah, she does look like Megumin going through an emo phase. Makes sense. The hairdo covering all her airways. Well, you see, in Gacha, hair covering part or all of your eye is supposed to make you attractive.
I gotta say, it's not quite working for you. That's not quite working for her, especially. Too much.
I think it's maybe because there's so much hair there. I think again, this is me speculating, but I think the idea is that it's meant to look casual. It's meant to be like a casual thing rather than just like a clump of hair at the front, basically. I say that because that was my exact thought process when I was like Satoshi from Alpha Witch Academy, which apparently I've pointed this out before. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just make this because Quasi was talking about this being an attractive feature, and then it actually worked on people. But anyway,
like who?
I think Quasi herself actually. But yeah, the mouth is covered. No one is going to hear when she suffocates. No, they'll hear when she suffocates. Because she'll be going poof, 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 basically. They'll be very distinct. I have to do that with with my lushes or luscious long black hair that I totally have.
Jeez.
But
Hey, look, you've probably got more chance than I do. My hair just goes up rather than down.
I need somebody to assist the animals while I'm gone.
We haven't assisted anyone, Empress.
Great, this was remarkably unplanned.
Okay, what just happened here? Like, we haven't assisted anyone. Yeah, doesn't mean it doesn't mean that. Yes, you didn't need someone with experience. You need someone to look after the animals. Like, yeah, okay, experience would be nice, but I don't know. Anyone who like cared for them, possibly the potential owners of them, maybe Aurora, because she already cared for one of them in the past. But yeah, I don't know.
I could take responsibility for the animals.
I am an unnamed and potentially attractive character, so why not?
I'm actually quite favorable with nature care in particular.
White-haired flutters.
I was going for that. I was literally going for that.
Let me tell you about my adventures in the adventures with Princess Celestia. It all began many years ago. 15 or so, I believe, with the lifespan of a pony, but anyway.
I can't believe that. If so, stay here with the animals.
I can believe that. Yeah, you just have this animal care-esque vibe, you know, and with your aesthetic and voice mainly, yeah. For some reason, your voice is very pony-like, if you will.
You and you're for some reason very. Why don't your eyes have a pupil? Either she does, and it's the same color as the rest, like a similar color to the rest of her eye, or she doesn't have one. Are you related to the Marwicks by chance?
Oh god.
She's their ancient ancestor.
Myrex, I don't know anything about the Myrex.
Or she will eventually.
One
She's
has-
blind. Ah, the Marwicks and the DeLacys. There you go. Granny Marwick. This is Granny Marwick's granny. It's great Granny Marwick.
When anything happens, take them to the safe ground in the garden. Like when? Don't you mean if anything happens?
Maybe they just all the staff know that Mogrip is 100% not safe, but they want to appear, but they just keep slipping up.
Yes, Princess Soul. I mean, Empress.
Do we even know why the other Agatha is blind? Lady Gaga. She was born this way.
Everyone else, put on your brooms and follow me to Metcalfe. Maracas! Sinister
There you go.
maracas!
Oh, okay. He's taking power from Mogrip's headmistress.
thought
I
you
know
gave
this
him-
because he
I
explained it to
thought-
me in a previous scene.
By the way, last time we reviewed this, you gave this particular character a very cool and crisp voice, kind of like, I don't know, but he didn't sound like that.
Cool and crisp. Oh, what? So something along this line, perhaps?
Yes.
Okay. He's taking power from Mogrip's headmistress. Tell, don't show. Yes.
No, man, we only have 13 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir.
I have been notified from Mogrip that the people are coming to assist us.
I thought the headmaster didn't want to know about anything about the situation.
You're all the elites. This is not leaving this. This what? Huh? Oh, you mean about like Mogurt themselves being alerted? Okay,
Also,
true.
why does he have an eye patch?
Hmm.
They probably
yeah.
lost it in the line of magic fire.
Hmm.
Respectfully, I would say. I'm assuming their headmistress didn't want to hold back and let us do it ourselves.
That doesn't answer the question of why she was notified, which was the actual thing, but there you go. Bessie isn't here. Okay, I guess we found the limit of the of the visuals of Witch Academy at this particular stage, portraying actual rain. That being said, maybe that's why she's underneath like a roof forest.
These sound effects make it sound like they're raining, but there's also a river in front of her by the looks of the tiny peep of it that we get to see.
I thought it was just fog, but fair enough.
This is all my fault. I was so stupid to notice that the gems were missing. What have you done, you miserable little... No, I'm talking to myself.
I'm vocally abusing myself in the middle of the woods where no one can hear or see me.
What is
This is a
wrong
very
with
anime
me?
scene. That was my cape ripping from sitting on it because my knees. Yeah.
Actually, that also sounded like the draw of a bowstring.
I would have thought like creaking of a branch as well. Any of those, yeah. Oh yeah, maybe she saw someone draw a bowstring and she knows she's about to get shot. That's why I deserve this. Because it'd be weird otherwise to say I deserve to be secluded in the middle of a forest but by a river of fog.
Let's see if the arrow is suitably fast or is as slow as that one knife from Lion Gate.
Yeah. To go well, I
No,
like
not
there now.
Not
There's no way to go. Oh!
It's all Jover now.
I need to be a Lionsgate.
It's Jover now. Yeah, there we go.
Go see what's right. I think.
Wow. So not only did the people fade up at different time, but the table was even slower.
Thank you for offering us food, but you really didn't have to. I could have bought some myself.
Senpai.
Don't worry about it. And first of all, could you shut up when I'm talking? You were about to buy potatoes.
Well, victory is mine.
How's a potato going to fill up an empty stomach? Personally, you
There
should
are
take
lots
her
of ways.
with. How dare you feed this poor girl a baked potato?
How dare you besmirch the name of potato?
I would love to show you this book. It's called The Martian.
I would like
A lot of
to
potato
show you.
farming in that one.
I would like to show you this book, 101 Ways to Prepare Potato.
Yes, both of which have force by Technoblade.
Excuse me. How much for potato?
What? That was the embarrassing moment. A perfectly normal exchange in front of a market stand. Okay.
I mean, at least it's something I can eat.
Oh, you haven't changed your generous ways, senpai.
Generous? You were on the back street.
Generous genius. That's what we called you at school.
Every time I see Genus, I can't help but to laugh, and I don't know why.
Because I'm thinking of Best Genius from My Hero Academia.
Yes! Oh my god! I was like, I knew you say something about like Chris Hero. I was like, he's talking about My Hero Academia, right?
Yeah, exactly. I know it's not spelt the same way because it's obviously jeans with a J,
Right.
but yeah, it's even so. Yeah. We called you Best Genius because of how generous you were. Genuinely generous genius, but we shortened it to Best Genius after a while. We got bored.
First of all, enough talking about me. For shame on you, for shame on you. I would like to talk about myself.
Good,
If you
start with
don't
the eye
mind
patch,
me
please.
asking, how long have you two been friends? So give me the deets, girl.
I think 5 years.
Ha! Not to mention this little guy here was shy as a deer. Until I slapped him way too many times.
Like
Now you can't stop talking.
the correct turn of phrase for that would be as shy as a deer, comparing him to a deer, as opposed to calling him a literal shy deer. Percival is
Well-
now a deer, everyone.
Ah, well, there you go. He's joined the ranks of the cat from Misfits that I forgot the name of now.
Wait, what character?
Carson. There you go.
I was like, oh yes, Carson, our sweet little boy.
Our sweet little shy deer boy. Yes.
Shy before.
And he still reveals my insecurities till this day.
Because you have
To
shame.
this day.
Like, the correct turn of phrase would be revel in my insecurities.
Yeah. Well, honestly, reveals them to other people would also kind of work to this day. But yeah.
It wasn't that bad, Percival.
Just rest together.
So you helped Percival open up to people?
Exactly that.
That's so sweet of. Why am I so tired?
Coughing is often a sound of fatigue.
Percival.
Already?
Hmm.
Oh wait, that was meant to be a yawn. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh no, that's a good point. Yeah, drugged.
Oh, snap,
That's a
crackle,
good
pop.
point. Yes, we better get to the academy. It's all time for us to go. We can't sleep now we have to go back to the academy in a few. Are you serious?
Wow, she must be one heck of a sleeper.
What can I say? Your old bed is comfortable.
We do not talk about how comfortable my bed is. For shame, Percival, for shame!
Wait, hold on a second. I had to go back for a second just to fully highlight this. In a second. There we go. The shadows attract. I mean, again, I said before, it's actually a fairly simple procedure to do that if you know what you're looking for. If you just make the character as a silhouette, fade down the opacity, and like flip the image. But still, it shows the level of commitment.
I don't like this chair anymore. To the abyss with it.
That is the most common error in like all of Gacha life, because like that's just how the chairs function. You could sit down on chairs in the chair sitting pose, but you couldn't. But you only had one chair prop that is even the same type of chair as the one you were sitting down in. It was very counterintuitive.
Chairs just tend to magically appear.
Yes, pretty much. We did have to get up really early, but she usually doesn't sleep this easily.
Oh, it wouldn't have to do with that water she touched, would it?
How unusual.
Well, I'll have to go meet up with the professor. I guess she can make her own way back. Is he gonna drag her standing up over to... How's that gonna look like?
It's going to look to anyone who's not moving.
I mean, I would have taken a sleepwalking spell here or something, if that. But I mean, come on.
Or just simply woken her up.
Also that, yeah.
Why is the bell ringing at this time?
It's her alarm clock. I mean, what is it supposed to mean? Oh, I forgot that. Oh yeah, of course, because. Oh, it never occurred to me actually, because I rarely ever see anyone else do moving and talking at the same time. it never occurred to me that the speech bubbles would also move at that same time. Because anyone I ever see do moving and talking is always doing voice acted shows, so it never crossed my mind. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, you guys do. Yeah. Yes.
Looking for you two. We want you guys to meet him outside immediately.
Wait, hold on. Actually, Goodman, we students, how old are you exactly? Are you old enough to be employed in this establishment?
Somebody endorses child labor.
Oh,
Is this Bob's
God.
Burgers by any chance? That would explain the ancient hamburger sign outside. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. But before I explain anything, what's wrong with Aurora? What? She's asleep. Possibly drugged, but asleep. She's fallen asleep randomly. I can still stand. I'm guessing she was that tired. How unnatural. Well, as witches, we don't question the unnatural, ever, of course. So anyways, we have a major issue right now. We won't return to the academy for a while. What in the world is happening? Headmistress notified me that Methkasup will be revealing itself today. Not by intention, obviously, but that's just the way I'm phrasing it right now. Also, I guess everyone can know this now, because that whole secrecy thing has been thrown out the window.
Also, Bon pointed out something. She's like a horse. Her knees lock up, and when she's asleep, she's standing.
Maybe this is how her horse's magical power. By the way, you know, occasional body swap, but only in states of emergency. This is the Mount Empress is sending them a message across Aurora through the horse.
The horse.
And we need to go help them. It's too dangerous out there. The mortals will need to pass by this very soon to get to Methkasup, which means that we're more vulnerable here than we would be at the academy? So why are we still here? But we're hidden, right? Genius, right? Senpai? The mortal able to see us?
Let's just hope the gods are able to keep the force field up while the mortals pass by.
What if tomorrow she wakes up with horse ears? What if tomorrow she wakes up all turd and greets the morn with a neigh? What if tomorrow...
Oh my god.
It's only eaten potatoes earlier. Am I onto something?
That would be a
No, that's
really
apples.
that like the early 2018 Gacha story. Yes, you know the one, the girl that turned into a horse.
Yeah, again, another not bad gotcha title. Anyway.
I'm just on a roll with these beggars, aren't I?
Yeah, fair enough. Have I shown you the song "Half Horse, Half Man" by OCT?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm pretty sure you're the person I would have sent that to first after that got recommended to me. But yeah. Have I become invisible? Oh wait, I forgot to read the line. I got so distracted. Can't we just become invisible like we did earlier? I'm not risking it for your guys' safety. Which, in this context, sounds like you're not worth it. The way that was phrased, I'm pretty sure he meant because it's a risky move and therefore will put their safety in jeopardy to do so. But it also would have made them safe from the mortals. So they're saying, I'm not risking it for your guys' safety, implies the opposite when you put it that way.
Like, if you really think about it, this whole plan is the opposite. If keeping
Please just stay inside the village that is currently going to be passed through by a bunch of mortals on the way to attack witches.
We're so dead. We're going to die. This is the end of the series, everyone.
Mm-hmm. And they're refusing to get them to go back to the academy that they attend, that is not the one that is currently under attack or at risk of exposing itself.
Oh, you're right.
Anyway,
Like, the more you talk about it, the more I'm thinking, wow, this plan sucks. It's like that image of Dipper looking at the dollar, and it's like, wow, this is useless.
I'll go find an inn for Aurora to rest. Sir, I'll take care of this. I forgot what voice Kenobi did. Please don't waste your time. You should take care of your other students.
Like, speaking of, if they're going to be staying in this village, like, are accommodations going to be set up for them?
Well, only Aurora, because he's only finding an inn for Aurora to sleep in. No one else gets an inn, I suppose.
Everybody else gets to sleep in the dirt tents.
Mm-hmm. And who are you? He's like, I've only graduated last year and I've already been forgotten. Professor, he's a close friend of mine, so it'll be fine.
He's a close friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all the mines nearby. He's a close friend of everyone who lives there. Yes. All 7 dwarfs. No, they're both on the sinister plot. Every bit they deserve what's coming for not seeing through this hogwash. Shame on you, Percival. Everyone is onto me today. What have I done? As a child, he yearned for the mines. If that's so, take good care of Aurora and yourself. I have no background checks on you, so I'm just gonna trust you. We're in the dark ages. There's no health and safety yet. Stay away from exiting the village. You know, like any smart person would.
Yes, any smart person would flee immediately. Clear out
Yes.
the village, for gosh darn diddly sakes. I'm trying
You only
trying
you only have
so
one
hard.
eye, so you can't see as easily through my ridiculousness. Come on. Oh, yes, sir. Come on. My house isn't far from here. Oh. Normal rider and horse in the background. All right.
That realistic horse right next to these two gacha right next to these gacha characters is kind of freaking me out a little.
Yeah. Have you watched Overanalyzing Avatar?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Inconclusive evidence of normal horse.
Like, you
There we
want to
go.
know what I would have done to cover up the lady in the background?
Pan the background over. Zoom it in a little bit
Or,
more.
over top of the horse, put a gacha horse and a person who is on the horse. More particularly one of the guards, so it hides the person on the horse in the background.
That works too, yeah. What's taking this long?
Sport.
I completely forgot. I've lost my key.
Wait,
Key? You're a wizard, for crying out loud. Use some magic to enter anyway.
you're a wizard that graduated to magic school, but you do not have an unlocking spell.
Mm-hmm. Trying to find out how old Gene is so I can ship him and... Wow. Okay. Really leaning into the whole senpai bit, aren't we?
So what have I missed?
Well, Ace has tried to ship Gene and Percival now, so there's that.
Oh, okay.
Also, he's apparently lost his key, so he can't get into his house, even though he does magic. Also, the professor that's in charge of this field trip has decided that because a bunch of mortals are going through this village, that he is A, not going to make them invisible just to protect them, and B, not going to take them back to the academy that is not the one that's under attack because, I don't know, they just would be generally safer there and nothing would happen. So, I'm pretty sure this is all meant to be a contrived way to make sure they have that they fight during this battle to try and like hold the mortals back because they have to go through here. So that's why they're involved now rather than, the elites and whatever. But yeah, this wouldn't have been an issue, by the way, if they hadn't gone the field trip in the first place, and they could have just been there when the elites decided to have everyone help out, and the Mount Empress approved of the plan in the first place. But there you go. Probably wasn't scripted in that case. Anyway, you
When
get the
I
character back
was,
now.
yeah, I just realized I forgot.
Yeah.
When I was at Notoriant Lake.
When I was at Novaturient Lake.
Ah, there's something shiny in the water.
Ah, there we go. He was the one making it shiny. He conjured the Patronus. There is.
It looks like a key.
That was your key that Aurora tried to get. What a coincidence! And also
Oh
very
my
mundane explanation
God.
for that line.
It is.
I'm pretty sure. Imagine if they actually tried it and it still didn't work. It was like, oh wait, this isn't your key, is it? No, it's not my key. Oh, okay. Well, I guess what key does this open then? Well, hold on to her for a bit while I go get it for you. Wait, you mean she didn't take it out of the lake? I thought she had it on her person.
No, she couldn't get it from the lake because the water burned her fingers before she died.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Oh, yeah.
why. But like Bond all comes, I can hear him going with the gravel mop wage voice, be like, "Oh, great! How convenient!" Like in that deep gravel voice.
Mm-hmm. Don't give her to the guy who drugged her.
Like,
and who knows she's Agatha's niece.
at this point, like, Percival doesn't know it was Best Genius who drugged her.
He is the one who bought the food, but he wasn't the one who prepared the food. So there you go. Oh wait, it was the child waitress from earlier. That was who it was the whole time. Yes, it was me. My machinations lay undetected for weeks.
The gravel is strong with this one.
I'll hurry up, so don't hassle me.
I was always going to hassle you.
So she saw a key in Novaturient Lake's water. She tried to take it out of the water, but it burned her. Oh, there we go. That was them explaining this part again.
That's the reaction when the relative actor touches the lakes. What the?
That was the
Wait,
voice
imagine
of the
if
character
wait a minute.
before.
Imagine if Gene already suspected, but he intentionally put his key into he intentionally put his key in the water, so there'd be a reason behind that, and then knew that she would fall asleep, drugged her food, then made sure that his inn was the one that they went to, or he would get to take care of her. His mechanism undetected. Exactly.
Now let's see if something happens to you at midnight.
Oh! Here it is. I've been staying at the same spot for several minutes. There it is.
Wow.
Are they? Celeste! Oh, I forgot they summoned their brooms that way.
You forgot.
Well, so much for hurrying. Celeste!
Percival. You were here the whole time?
Well, she should have known that they had a field trip here.
I guess
So
the
it
force
would
was,
only
very
stand to
effective.
reason that she knew he would be here.
Yeah, well, I mean, she did say she forgot about him earlier, so...
I have been looking for you in Aurora earlier.
Oh, don't worry about Aurora. She's actually at this inn with this with this stranger to her, but friend of mine, and who knows her entire identity. Oh yeah, she has a secret identity by the way, and she's now currently in danger. I'll tell you about that a little later. Anyway, yeah, are you guys on your way to Mefkazab?
Yes, we are. Everyone is going.
Great. I'm not able to leave this village except up the force field already. You can probably see the force field, unless that's only for us. It probably isn't.
what were you even doing in there anyway? And
Yeah,
why
like-
did you?
Okay, presumably she would have taken this class the last year, since she is an upperclassman of our main character in our Deuteragonist. So she would have known about this field trip to this one very specific magical.
Yeah, you know the annual field trip that they definitely did not cancel, despite the fact that one of our academies was under attack. They thought it was better for us to send us all the way over there. It was the field trip lesson that our history professor took us to. Anyways, I think I should go now.
Actually, I'm going to say with you.
How? The force field? She's just going to camp outside the force field. That's going to look very suspicious.
I don't know if she's going to enter the force field.
What? Well, I mean, Percival said he can't leave because of the force field, so I assume that means she also can't enter because of it. Anyways, what? You need to get to Mefgazab and help them before the mortals come! By the way, I just got acknowledged this. I just realized this, by the way. Given the speech bubble is like underneath there, it means that he is underneath a layer of this force field, but Celeste is above because you can see the broom is not affected by the blue, nor is herself. So instead of having all the Gacha cats on the same layer because they were already flying, I guess they were just rearranged. That's a nice detail.
Yeah, that is a nice detail. I'd also like to point out that Celeste is not on her broom, not technically on her broom. She is. Her feet are
she's
not
like-
on.
She's like inching
Oh,
over it. Yeah, that's a
Oh.
good point. I
wait,
do.
so it's
I maintain
Percival.
that I love the way that they've ride their brooms, like they balance on them. But yeah, in this particular instance, yeah, she probably should
No,
have
like so
taken
is
a
Percival.
step
Look
back.
at his toes. Look at his tippy toes. Like he's fully on
Okay,
the broom
well-
too.
Okay, well, I mean, his feet, like the back of his feet, are still on the broom, so he could arguably still be balancing. Celeste has got no hope right now, unless you took ballet, which I don't think would help her right now.
I'm staying with you guys. Might as well be me to take this path to get to the academy anyways. You should know
Yeah,
better.
now that it occurs to me, why don't you all stay here? Then it could cut them off before that becomes an issue, and Mefgazab can be the reinforcements for themselves.
Also,
You
now
don't
she's,
know. Go on.
now she's back on her broom, but only slightly.
You don't
Yeah.
know what actually happened, Percival. Especially since you just led your girlfriend to a stranger who might be doing some bad stuff.
Girlfriend? Why does everyone think I'm dating my roommates? It's the second time this has happened to me. If I had a nickel for every time someone thought I was dating my roommate, I would have 2 nickels, which is not, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Well, you're a guy and she's a girl. What do you expect?
My previous roommate was also a guy. Apparently that had nothing to do with it. Also, you
Yeah.
can enter the force field? What is this?
I have special
What
powers.
are you doing? Now you'll be able to leave. It's a one-way. It's like cellular membranes. You can only go in, not out.
I don't care. I need to be here with you guys. And also go
do-
after your girlfriend to protect her because you left her with a stranger, you Nimrod.
Also, I'd just like to point. I'd just like to
Speech
point it.
bubble corner.
Yeah, just.
I mean, again, the layers have to be switched, but my god.
Isn't the whole point that Oh, wait! Oh!
Wait, actually, that'd be a good trap for the mortals, actually, if they weren't able to leave the village and it was like a trap for them. But that also means they should have got the witches out first! Again! Again! What about the others?
I do care for them too, but they have enough people. No, they don't. Girl, what are you doing?
She's one of the elites. She apparently is, you know, in the group that is stronger than half the Shin body combined. So her loss is going to mean a lot for their fighting power. Well, they need you too.
They're fine without me. Jeez.
Okay, she's back on her broom now.
She's back on her broom, and her speech bubble is
I'm now a little more in the force field, but not quite.
Yeah. Fine, I can't argue with you anymore since you're inside of the force field. Probably shouldn't have stopped you in the first place, but there you go. Come on, I need to get back to somebody. Wow, they've been out. Oh, of course, yeah, they've been out because they've waited for the key. I was like, where they just stood in this position. But yeah, they're promised they would. Oh, okay, now we're sliding. We haven't done what happened to the walking animations. That was actually really
Yes.
promising. But
The
Ah!
if it isn't the cha-cha slide part 2.
yeah, and no more shadows either, actually, as well. Like, you know, Jesus is in the sun.
Ah, you're back, Principal. You need to bring shame
Now
to
that all
this
that
girl
stuff is-
too, right?
Yeah, now that all that stuff is gone, this is significantly less impressive to look at. It's like they
Yeah,
put
I mean-
a lot of effort into the first few minutes of the video and just decided to stop giving it.
Yeah, budget fell off between scenes. Yeah, it's like your average Mutant Girl episode that depending on which editor is responsible, you get a different budget value.
And who might this be?
She's one of my friends from Mogrip. Didn't you used to like attend there? Wouldn't you have known her as well? Like what?
I only know guys, Principal, like you. For shame, Principal, for shame!
Well, that's telling, isn't it? I guess you're not all that into cats, as the Camp Creek people would say. They were on their way to help Mefkazab, and apparently she wanted to stay here.
She didn't want to die.
Well, she's in the wrong place. She's in a force field on the front lines now.
I know, I myself service, but I just wanted to stay here with friends. I'm afraid that the Moros might come here and... Wait, what happened to Aurora?
Drugs. He surprisingly fell asleep early with no hesitation. I don't get how.
It's probably drugs, first of all. Have you not realized that?
Oh, and here's your key. Thank you. Now my plan will come to fruition.
There you go! Come on in.
So, how long before the Academy reveals?
Oh, now we have the shadows back, but first of all, Shadow is not aligned to speak correctly.
Yeah, also, I would argue that them being inside would negate a lot of the need for the shadows they would have in other scenes.
Lesson
Then again, this doesn't. They don't have electrical lighting, so maybe they only have like one window as a light source. But no, there's two. You can see the mark of the window right there. Yeah, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, that's
That's
why they have shadows pointing, facing the camera.
Less than 10 minutes now, probably. I don't care. I only care about you
see.
guys right
The
now.
legs lock up and he falls asleep randomly. Well, that would explain a lot of stuff happening to me when you say Greco. Yeah, definitely. Of course.
Clarity.
No, I'm Morning Frost. Who is this flirty you speak of? Anyway, I thought you guys already found the amulet.
We did, but...
Well, like Jacob, I said post-pay clarity.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard Flarity.
The gems and the amulet were missing.
And then, like, the other witch that got the amulet back had, like, a really bad, like, crisis and decided to, you know, end her existence via arrow.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh! Torbeck shouldn't have eaten those weird mushrooms by the river!
And I shouldn't have followed you idiots around to try to find that dumb clown that ruined my gameplay of Child Generations!
Torbeck's effing legs, Mr. Kremmy!
Seriously, what's wrong with you guys?
A lot of things. Torbeck doesn't know how we get anything done.
This is why I tell Shell to never make me go with strangers. Ugh.
And nobody noticed before bringing it back.
Yeah.
Torbeck is feeling super sleepy.
Not me,
Torbeck
Torbeck!
yeah, Torbeck did actually get like magically drugged one time. That's how the first holiday special happened. And Chuckles. Oh, another panning shot. There you go. Another window, door.
Just another day for Torbeck.
Exactly.
I finished putting Aurora to bed. The most comfortable bed, of course.
Yeah.
It,
Also,
like,
by the way,
I would also-
Cat doesn't just do the character, becomes the character. Like that's the part you don't normally see of voice acting. Like there's a lot of voices will do that behind the scenes and will try to embody something about them. Like yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out that Janus's shadow's feet are not aligned to his feet.
Nope. Nor are they aligned with where the light source of the window would be going either. But yeah. Sir, the Cryptic Souls were attracted to the force field's light emitting. Oh, great. So now we have the other faction as well. So not only the force field trap everyone inside, and it's not intentional to, lure them with force of security or anything, or to, keep them contained, no, but it also emits a light source that attracts the other, far more deadly source of enemy ship that they have. This gets worse and worse every passing mention. Ah.
I'm so tempted to swear. I'm going to turn my microphone off. And
You
then
can
I'm going
see the force in you.
It's like in the Simpsons movie where Homer just goes and then do and then cuts like an external shot of the church. Birds fly away. Anyway, yes, they can see the force. Oh well, yeah. I guess if it looks like that now, yeah, of course they can see it. That's
I
two
can see
Minecraft
why
pieces, yeah.
now the beacons are looking outside the Academy grounds.
Oh yeah, but speaking of the Simpsons, worst force field ever. There you go.
I have questions.
That means the mortals would know that we're here. The wrong kind. That means the mortals would know we're here, even though we already said they would have to go past our village anyway. So that doesn't matter. Ah.
Okay, wait a second. They have did a bunch.
I don't know what. Okay. Ghost's mic and/or cam just cut off. That wasn't me. I can still see her in the back rooms, but there's no input coming in from her microphone or camera, so I think that was why. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Ow. So, how did a bunch of wizards not know their own force field emits light?
These might be the village guards, but I don't know. Let's. Oh no, it is. Okay, never mind. It's the academy guards. Yeah, fair enough.
Our academy has been undisclosed by them already.
Undisclosed? How do you undisclose an academy? Anyway. Sir, I've checked the mortals' village and they're all still there.
What are they doing at the moment?
They're in preparation.
Preparation for battle, I assume.
No, preparation for their festival. It happens every year on this time. Of course for battle, sir. What do you mean?
Well, I heard about cheeseburgers, so cheeseburgers are on my mind.
Oh, yes, that's true. The Cheeseburger Festival is a very important tradition of theirs, but that's what they're preparing themselves with. They're arming themselves with cheeseburgers intended for the festival, which they'll then proceed to throw at the mortals. It's a whole process, you see.
So that means cheeseburgers?
Boom, 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 boom. Army marches again. All the guards abandon Mefkasov. The power of cheeseburgers is the ultimate catch-all for this series. Even the cryptic souls aren't immune. Cheeseburgers! Yeah!
We'll have to take care of the cryptosols first before the moose come.
Like
that-
lemmings off a cliff after one cheeseburger falling into the void.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to get over the fact that the village gods who are also wizards didn't know that a force field emitted light.
Nor that they had 2 beacons activated the whole time. No one thought to mention that.
Also, I'm guessing the force field is only visible to other wizards. Then why can't the people inside of the force field say, "Oh wow, the sun is unusually bright today"?
Yeah. Well, it depends where the sun is, I suppose. If you know, depending on if it's morning or afternoon, that might get away with that.
Or else we have both in our hands.
Have you seen Bessie anywhere?
No, I haven't.
Oh look, there she is. On the ground.
It's the young chip.
Flies. Several flies over her.
Guys! Moonrip, are you?
The Mogrips are coming! We saved Sam!
Where do we even go?
Did they just get left behind at the academy? Everyone just marched away and... That's
tell you,
amazing.
the power of cheeseburgers!
They're out to do something important.
I completely forgot who these characters were.
These two are younger classmen. The names haven't been disclosed. We don't ever get to meet them again.
Will they come back? I miss my big sister.
Well, I wish I knew who your big sister was, so I could tell you.
Yes, they will. And your big sister will be fine.
Cuts back to Bessie, more flies.
Promise.
I promise.
Remember, arrows are as quick as our magic.
The bows and the time it takes to aim them are not, however. Use that to your advantage.
Your force fields are temporary and only last for seconds before cooldown.
I would normally complain about this this battle briefing they're getting as if they should already know this, but actually some of them are not elites, so they potentially would need to hear this for the first time, so that's fair.
To use them wisely. Take action and always look at your surroundings and their tendencies. Yes, the trees do tend to sway a certain direction.
Yep. Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Mortals are not idiots. They know their own ways of technique. What?
Their own ways of You mean their own ways and techniques?
What? As for that, you've all practiced for this day to come.
No, they haven't. Some of them just showed up here. That's why they're getting this briefing. They wouldn't need this reminder if they'd been practicing this whole time, would they? Again, going back to Frieren, what's the first thing she taught Fern? Defensive magic. Or potentially attacking. One of the two was either the first or second thing she taught Fern. Either way, very early in the list.
It was most likely defensive magic that was taught first.
Yeah, fair. I do remember that the bit that she was trying to like aim towards towards a mountain, so she might have been doing that on her own to begin with, but yes.
So don't turn back, even though all of you are one solid conglomeration of characters in this space.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't moved a single inch since this briefing began.
Yeah. It's my job to keep you alive. I will not succeed. Not with all of you. I rarely ever get to quote James Cameron's Avatar, so might as well. Okay, nice little close up. All right. The Academy is revealed. The moment's here. Honestly, the music feels appropriately epic, to be fair.
Mortals, patrol the mortals' village and notify us.
Pot troll near the...
Patrol near the mortals' village. And then notify us when you see them on their way.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go inside of the academy and make sure the young ones are in the safe grounds.
I'm going to turn the music down a little bit, but yeah. Still epic. And now the music, of course, as soon as I do that, of course, it fades down to something else. Oh well. That was actually a really good musical transition, though. I will say that.
Yeah, that was a good musical transition. Finally, someone does a good musical transition without blasting out my ears, Lion Gate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking directly at you.
We do not talk about Lionsgate. We do not talk about Lionsgate. It never existed.
We're gonna eventually have to go back
We
to
still
it.
need to review the rest of the series.
No.
Yeah, we'll just be reviewing it as ourselves because last time Ghosty broke during the video.
Yes. I think I sent that clip around and it blasted everyone's eardrums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. I still don't get it. How would she fall asleep this easily?
Something must made her.
Something or someone. Da da da. What?
Are you going to tell her? Or do I need to bring shame on you again?
Look, there is time and a place for this kind of thing. We don't need this right now. We've got to prepare for battle.
Shame! First shame, first of all.
What?
That Aurora is...
This honestly just reminds me of like you know how you're in the middle of like trying to listen to somebody else talk in something, whether it's like a big like lecture or it's just a conversation or some sort of meeting, and then you have like that one friend of yours that's going like, hey, something like that. What? Quick, tell me quickly, and then they don't say anything for a while, and they're like, speak words before so I can listen again. Anyway.
I can cuss with relative. I know.
How do you know?
I took this from the King's Library. How in the world did you get into the King's Library? So I can totally not because I wanted to go and steal some books, of course, but how did you do that?
Yeah. So the king has a bunch of records of people's past, people's births and deaths and potential crimes and misdeeds, right? Does he have any other records from other villages and other folks around? I'm asking for a friend.
It's a long story.
I'd also like to point out that book was transparent for a little bit before becoming a solid object again.
Oh God.
Yeah. Like normally, the issue with that is, of course, that it wasn't tightened up correctly. Like if you fade down and fade up, like that's a good way to smoothly go from one thing, so it doesn't just appear to go like bam, like that. But the thing is, that's usually a one, possibly 2 frame deal, at least as far as I've observed over the years of doing Gacha. Agatha, huh?
Turn to the glossary about relatives.
These are all the people that have been corrupted by darkness, that seem to develop dark magic for no actual reason, the day that Agatha drowned herself. Aurora.
I told you. But we don't know if she's a sister because we know whatever of Agatha's.
No, niece. It says right here. See, look on this page. Yeah, daughter of Selena, sister of Agatha. Yeah, there you go.
Are you trying to say I'm dumb, Percival? For shame on you! Don't think I'm dumb!
I mean, it's not like the book is just going to say a bunch of random names and not tell you the relation to her. It's not like this. It's not like it's just. It's just like it's not just a list of a bunch of names with no correlation with each other, not in alphabetical order.
You're right, but who's going to tell her that she is her relative?
Well, currently no one. We can't wake her up, remember? Also, I should do it. I'm the one who delayed telling her in the first place so this episode could happen. Nobody should tell her. It shall
I'm
be
sorry.
nobody.
Nobody. Nobody.
I love Witch Academy because it makes perfect sense, but it also makes me feel like I'm tripping balls.
Okay, so got back before we lost track when seeing Epic the Musical. You should tell her! You should definitely tell her! It's gonna be a dumb reason.
What if you were told that you were a relative of someone who had changed the world atrociously? Okay, counter argument. What if you were told you were a relative of someone who changed the world atrociously, but you also defended that relative a bunch of times and want to know the real history behind her? And so you'd be possibly the one person who would actually not be so bothered by that and would want even more to find out the truth that you were looking for in the first place. One of the only character motivations of Agatha that we have gotten of Aurora, one of the main character motivations we've had from her, and you're not going to indulge her in that because you think, oh yeah, what if you were told about this? Like, come on.
She needs to know. She needs to know. She needs to know.
Such odd names in this book. Pokotho, Blinklotep, Tenoikaraxis, Niblethim, and Twigogurath.
Oh my god.
Hello, friendly ones. I believe we have been summoned. What is the matter, KW? Do you not want us, the sillies, to be here on this day? We can get rid of the king, if you wish. It would come with a price, however, of the thing you treasure the most. Your shadow collection just vanishes immediately.
Oh, if someone does that to me, I will murder them. Just straight up. No.
Case in point, yeah.
No, look at here. This thing kept getting sold out. This thing. So if anyone tries to steal this thing, including with this motorcycle, I am going to murder you.
But
I like the way that your
with
camera
the
is like.
shadow
Is it,
airsoft Nerf gun.
I just thought that, yeah, but also the camera's down here. It's like, if anyone does this, I'm going to murder them. But the rest I go to Satan.
I slept in the chair, that's why.
I will tell you one thing.
Yeah, I was slept in the chair, so I'm like this.
Okay, yeah, fair. All right then.
Like, hello. I am Shadow.
I just realized you're not wearing the Sonic t-shirt. That would have been amazing if you were on top of everything else.
Yeah, no, I'm wearing the chorus.
Ah, Hades Town. Fair enough.
Way down, way down, way down on the ground.
I like to imagine the match dancing like that on stage.
I'm coming when I'm coming with. Okay, sorry. So we're watching Witch Academy, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we are. All right. No, so many musicals. Okay. Back to Percival being an idiot. Killing many innocents with their power, which you already didn't believe happened, but whatever. How would you feel? Exactly. That's why I don't want to tell her anything about it. Much like in a Johnny video, it will make her sad. We must avoid sadness at all costs, even though the world around us is crumbling. Sadness is the one thing that will destroy us.
Sad, and thus it will derail the plots.
Unlike now, of course, when we're so heavily involved already.
It's like that one scene in that one video with the ponies where Pinkie Pie got sad for no reason.
Yeah,
And then we had
this
to
was not
stop
me
the
sequester
plot.
girls, yeah.
And then we had to stop the plot so we could reassure Pinkie Pie, canonically the happiest character, that her new friends would be returning. Oh, like, I still don't understand, but okay.
Oh, yep.
I wanted to have a good day, but
Much like Pinkie Pie, that was not possible.
pretty gross.
And now in her dream, Aurora, it is me, your aunt Agatha. That's right, I'm your aunt. You found out this way. Liar reveal moment for your friends, including Percival. Ooh, drama. Because bear in mind, she did find out about Agatha's backstory through a dream. So, but now that she's dreaming again, it only makes sense to do this, obviously. Sounds to be a motivator character, a big motivator. Yes, that is also true. Yeah. Like I said this to Johnny before. I don't mind if sadness becomes like a thing, but when it's when people think that it's like the biggest stake, and they've introduced several other things that have a much higher priority, that's when I complain about it. But yeah. Trust me, I put hashtag Gacha cry in a Mutant Girl episode one time. For unrelated reasons. Strike back sadness. Yep, there we go. I think this is Selena, or Celine, as in Agatha's sister, Aurora's mother. Like, biological.
No, actually, this is the adoptive mother.
Oh, okay. I guess...
The adoptive mother that we haven't seen for a while.
Fair enough.
Mom? Mom!
Cursed of an illusion of their loved ones. Do you possibly mean cursed with an illusion of their loved ones?
I'm so... Huh?
You know what? I'll derail this a bit with a bit of a story this reminded me of. So,
Oh, God.
So when I was in primary school, we had this ongoing like role play series that we did in the playground nearly every single recess, and we were like properly invested into this, you know. So but at one point during there was a scene where we were involved. I think it was some sort of like. For some reason, we were in like a gladiator arena we'd been kidnapped to, or a couple of us, and so like that was, or at least there was a stadium of some kind. So there was an audience basically, and at that moment, as the guy was painting the picture of this, as he pointed out to where the audience was essentially, and how they were like going wild for whatever we'd use our powers for basically. I then said, "Hey, is that my aunt?" And he was like, no, you see, it's just an illusion. They make it look like, like your loved ones. Like, no, seriously, that's my aunt over there. Like, what is she doing here? Because see, what actually happened in the real world was I was looking down past the playground into the the bottom staircase where the secondary classes were. And my actual aunt, was staring at us. And bear in mind, this is when I lived in Spain. My aunt, I don't remember that she had told us she was visiting at that point, nor that she would be at the school. So I'm just like, why is there a woman who looks exactly like my aunt there? That has to be her. So I was like, no, I want to go check that. I want to go talk to her to see if it was actually her. But in universe, of course, the guy was like, no, don't give in to this. You're falling into the illusion. Like, no, seriously, she's right there. It actually became like a really good scene for the wrong reasons.
Oh.
So that's what Curse of an Illusion of Their Loved Ones made me think of. But yeah. And as she is, I guess, embracing her mother in dream sequence, her dormant dark magic self kicks in, maybe, possibly. Also, what a fantastic guard you made, Genist. Falling asleep immediately.
Also, there's no walking animation anymore. It's gone.
I'll keep a watchful eye on her, and one patched eye. Yeah, it wasn't even like a slide. That was just straight up, screenshots fading into each other. We've gone down from we've downgraded twice in this episode from the budget. What is going on? At least the backgrounds are still appropriate to the setting and also for the actual time of day. That's at least something. I don't know why the witches are see-through. Yeah, it struck midnight. Oh yeah, that's right, because Genus thought the sign would happen to her at midnight. All the more for him to stay awake, by the way, to see that happen, if he thought something was going to happen. But also, I guess the witches themselves, I think, happened to at midnight because one of them is fading, and we can see the roof through the hood. But there you go. I guess everyone's affected at midnight somehow. What a waste of time stalking these mortals.
They stay here until they ever move out. It's your duty to watch over the mortals.
I do love the idea of, they're expecting the mortals to arrive super quickly, they'd be super motivated, but they just, meanwhile, they just start like, no, we're going to camp here for a bit. Then, we don't need to go on the very day that Mefkazab reveals itself. That was the whole plan. Cheeseburgers, am I right? We've got to finish our cheeseburgers.
Even it'll take us to sleep on our brooms, which is not a very good idea. I already did that like 5 times, and it was.
Yeah, couldn't you go onto one of the rooftops that you are like at the same altitude level of, and then just sleep there in turns?
Besides, where had Sergeant gone off? Sorry, what? Besides, where had?
I think I was about to say, where has Sergeant gone off to?
Okay, I was like confused. Sorry.
Of course, yeah. I sent him to notify the headmaster that the mortals are still here. You sent your... Well, I mean, I guess... I don't know if Sergeant was like the rank in this case, because I don't know if they're going by army ranks in here or not, but if they are going by army ranks, they sent their commanding officer out to be the informant.
Also, could you go back to that spelling of Sergeant for a second?
Sure. Somewhere around here.
It is your duty to watch over the mortals, even if it take us to sleep. Oh wait.
There we go. That looks correct to me. But then again, I'm British, so who knows?
Yep, that's right. No, it's not. That's Sarge. That's Sergeant. Not Sergeant.
Okay. Also, yeah, the mortals do because they can't leave. Oh, well, the mortals were supposed to enter the force field from the outside. They meant to pass through the town that was under the force field. So if these are the ones they're meant to stalk, that means that they're kind of like the invading army. So they probably haven't. They either made it in, or they got to them super late, and the mortals found out they were in a force field, so they decided to camp near it to try and find a way out. But that doesn't seem to have been the implication. So I don't know. Unless the king has tried to trick us into thinking that they're not coming. But you said you were stalking them, right? So Do you mean that you're setting up camp to see if they do appear? That's not stalking the mortals. That's a stakeout, not a stalkout. As if anything, no, stakeouts also involve following people or keeping tabs on them. But I don't. Anyway. No, I knew I shouldn't have tried my own drugs.
Aurora's gone!
That means she's gone to the lake and nowhere else possible in this town.
Actually, it is possible she's gone to the lake. After all, that is the prophecy written down in the inconspicuously new book.
I guess she went to the lake to stand. Yeah, okay. I mean, she gets burned if she goes in, so yeah, I guess that's fair. Now, don't that look good? Any
This is
Fantastic
very-
Beast fans out there?
This is very Anastasia vibes to me.
Don't you want to go in there? You know, there's a video that Oreo made actually that talked about how this was not in that she didn't know much about Harry Potter when this started, nor was this inspired by the Witch Academia. She didn't actually have tendency seen that show at the time. And was made it very clear, but also said that she found it to be very flattering that people found comparisons to those particular series. So, with that in mind,
The budget is gone. Where did it go? Where did,
of
Where's
all
the-
places we would need it, it would be this scene. But anyway,
it would be this collection of scenes.
yeah. Aurora, wake up! Wake up! Stop dreaming about them! Wow, that worked. Okay. Okay, hold on.
How?
Whoa, wait a second. You mean that you couldn't wake her up the whole time that she was asleep before the key and whatever, but now that she was in the possession mode at midnight when the magic would be the strongest, just saying Aurora wake up was enough to snap her out of it? Really? I have
Questions!
I'm going to take a
Uh-huh.
sawed-off shotgun to my own head at this
By the way, I'm
point.
counting that as an instinct moment because we clapped at the same time. What am I doing? What are any of us doing here, Aurora? I never know you sleepwalk, Aurora.
Yes!
I mean, you did just meet her. You did, but also
Tell
yeah.
her the thing!
Just freaking tell her the thing, because what if it gets worse? Like, oh my god!
I really would love it if either Celeste or Genius just went, "You're Agatha's niece, and you got possessed by her, or got possessed by some darkness," and then the person was just like.
I just can't take it anymore. I just can't.
We're not gonna take it. We're not
No, we ain't gonna take it. We're
We're
not
gonna
taking
take it anymore.
anymore.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I was a
You
brain
walked
cells.
all the way to the lake. Good thing I stopped you from almost falling into the water that you got burned beforehand. That you haven't. That's been unexplained to you yet. I sleepwalk.
When the heck was in the food earlier?
Asking the real questions now, Genist. Hey, at least we know you're okay. But that is a good question, actually. I'm going to have to talk with Genist later. Come on. We have a lot of explaining to do, and by we, I mean I.
Just tell her the thing. It would make everything so much easier.
So that's why you were still here at the village? You filled me in off screen?
Hmm.
Something's off though. It's already past midnight and there are no letters coming through.
Imagine if they just went round.
Old.
I have a question.
Yes, I also have a question. Why are you sleeping the other way around now? Like,
Like, why?
is it to say you can talk to me in your sleep? Go to bed already. Oh wait, no, never mind. You're probably not that tired because you've been sleeping all day. That's a fair point.
What did you mean by stop dreaming? What did you mean to tell me by stop dreaming about them?
I assumed there were either several family members you were dreaming about, or that, I didn't know the gender of the one you picked specifically, so I picked the safe option. She's not your average girl. She was buying potatoes earlier. There's something to that.
Because I heard your voice clearly.
And yes, and I was also right in front of you. That's obviously what happened. Is this even a question? Yes, why? Why, actually?
How did you know I was dreaming about someone?
There we go. That's a good point. Yeah. A lucky guess. Duh. Every dream has to have someone in it. That's not true at all. I once dreamt I was a ghost being chased by a bee through a field of tulips. I guess there's something in that one, but not really someone in that case.
I had a dream about becoming a horse.
Oh wow, we both had animal dreams.
Like, I consistently have stress dreams where I become a horse, or am a horse, and go to work and do normal human things as a stressed out horse.
Have you been watching BoJack Horseman? Okay.
No. I've never seen BoJack Horseman.
Fair enough. Doesn't quite match up anyway, because he has a mansion, doesn't like work normal jobs, I don't believe, but anyway. Is it okay if you could tell me who you're dreaming about? Who were you dreaming about? I mean, it's okay if you don't want to. I'm just curious.
I dreamt of my mother.
Ah, yes, Celine, daughter and sister of Agatha. I mean, no, your adoptive mother, of course. Yes, that one.
I just...
Why do you look so surprised? No, he doesn't really look surprised. He has a neutral expression on his face.
This is my surprise face.
I'm trying not to scream.
Okay, so so do either remember? Like, I think it was like the first or second episode of Jessie, where which was to at the time Mr. Kipling, and there's a running gag of Ravi being able to interpret Mr. Kipling's emotions and being like, "No, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. I've never seen Mr. Kipling that scared." And it was like a hard cut there. It just reminded me of that. Anyway. Nothing, it's just you must miss your mum a lot, which I guess surprised me, as evidenced by my face. The more you think about that, the more it just falls apart.
The more you think about this whole series, the more it falls apart.
Mm-hmm. It looked like a tree and then fell instantly. Well, there you go. There wasn't someone in that dream, apparently. Paramedics, maybe, later down the line.
I've been following for 30 minutes.
You put sleep dust in her food, and then ate it yourself and missed the event? Well, you're an idiot. There you go. It was drugs. It was drugs. We all saw it coming. We all saw it coming.
I'm done. I'm so done. I am so done. I am done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I am so done. I'm so done with this series. Like, no, I don't care how it ends or anything like that. I am just done with this story. I am done with this concept. It's just a muddled mess. In fact, the guy who is possibly going to get together with the girl is like, oh yeah, I'm not telling you anything. Why? Even though it could be even more dangerous for not him to tell her, because what if she gets possessed by her own relative? Like,
See, the problem is that he specifically should know that she's been trying to defend Agatha, found out the truth this whole time. He should know that she doesn't believe that Agatha's an inherently bad person, and also knows more of her backstory now. So, of all people to think that she would be distraught by finding out she's related to Agatha, he would have known the best that would not be the case. But there you go. That was a potion. I could have said potion, actually. Sleeping dust, sleeping potion, but yeah. All right. Anyways. Welcome, you two! I need to really seriously think what happened to her during midnight, which is why I fell asleep and missed the event at midnight.
I shouldn't have been taking my own stuff.
I had no intention in harming her, which is also why I let her go to the poisonous lake for her, alone, after being told by Percival that that was going to be an issue for her. No intention of harm, did you? No, of course not.
Why
are you
only
only
telling me
me
this?
this?
No!
What do you mean only telling you? Do you want a demonstration as well? You want a puppet show? Is that what you're after? What do you mean only telling
Puppet show!
you? So you see, this is Aurora, and she goes down to the lake.
I'm done these characters.
I'm
I'm
like,
just done.
oh wow, now I get it.
I'm done voicing these characters. I'm done with the series. I'm done. No, I'm so done. I'm done. I can't. I can't.
Every time we think, oh hey, this show might actually be okay now. Nope. It's like with episode 1, where I was like, oh wow, I'm mesmerized by this production value a little bit. Years later, I returned to it. Oh wait a minute, it sucks. Hey, look, the shadows and the keyframing of the animations and everything seems to have been improved for this episode. Maybe the script will also. No! Of course it wouldn't. Why would you? That looks like the one aspect that's going to unify everything. If you have to pick visuals versus story, always pick story. Keep telling people, but no.
I like how we didn't just do the cha-cha slide. We did the cha-cha slide part 2 off a cliff into the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Into the arms of Mommy Agatha.
Uh-huh.
I told you, Jacob. I told you. I'm not voicing any characters anymore.
Oh, I thought you said I'm done with the character. I didn't hear that. Okay. Though I'm glad Aurora's okay now. Fine, I won't tell him. I'm not going to tell Percival, but okay, whatever, fine. Oh yeah, I guess because he would be betrayed by Genus. Yeah, fair enough. Thank you so much!
Is it over? Is it over?
So essentially, everyone is gaslighting everyone in this episode. Our main characters, everyone.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done.
We started off at a good point, and then
I'll get you, my... Oh, wait. I'll get her, my precious niece.
Hey, guess what? I knew it! Something worse is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen! Who would have thought? Who would have
Well, I mean, of course something... I mean, we're on episode 7, you know. Now we've got 3 more episodes before the finale. That's when everything starts to heighten.
How is this going to end? How? I don't...
Okay. That's why we had these characters. I was about to be like, who are all these people?
They're like the OCs of some supporters.
Oh man, and I thought I was the first person to put Gacha tubers in Witch Academy uniforms and parade them as extras. Is there nothing else you want to take from me? Your description says season 2 coming soon, and has said that for the past like 3 years. Oreo,
I don't think
just take my title already. Claim the longest running Gacha series already. Do it.
I don't think these are supporters. I don't think these are Gacha tubers. I think these are supporters of the channel who most likely submitted the Gacha OCs to be in the series.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why didn't we do that for Mutant Girl Season 3?
Well, the reason is because Emily made like 50 different extras, and I'm still trying to find places for all of them. That's why. Luna Moonwolf, the most gacha tuber name of all time.
Someone?
Yes, I've called that name from somewhere else.
Itari.
I liek trains.
That definitely feels like Patreon for Ko-Fi supporters.
Ah, there we go. All right, so now we have the announcement. Join the Discord server, but also DM her. Okay. Like you probably cut the middleman out of that portion, but fair enough. Witch Academy to be continued.
I'm going to pull my hair out.
Rude. And we got to the music. At least the music was good throughout. At least one thing did not drop at all during this, and that was the music. We'll give you that. We'll give you that.
That is the one thing I'm giving you. I was
Mhm.
so happy at the start of this video, and then my hopes just sank like the Titanic.
My hopes sank along with the logic of the force field plan. And the
Pros.
professor didn't just stay there to begin with.
Also,
They're
if it's a force field that's supposed to make everyone inside invisible, then why does it glow?
I don't think it's meant to keep them in. Well, oh wait, no, it's going to keep them invisible outside. But I remember that also that apparently the professor decided to not turn the students invisible inside of the force field to give them extra protection. Yeah, why does it glow? Why does it keep people inside and not out, as most forces are known to do? I did say it could be a good trap mechanic, actually. If you just saunter through an area that you think is completely unguarded, only to find not only a battlefield, but also if you win said battlefield, you're trapped inside. That's a good cover. That's actually kind of a good twist from their perspective, if the students were there from their point of view. However, I don't know. That's just everything else about the force field does not add up, because you wouldn't want that to be like a beacon. That's a last resort method, basically. So yeah, I don't know. My hopes sank deep in the ocean gate sub. You said you saw through. I don't know if you had hope to begin with, but if you had hope, then it would have sunk that far. Yeah.
My pros and cons. Pros, I like something like the lighting with the shadows. You know, that was pretty nice. Something like the walking effects were pretty cool. Character designs are not too bad. Could improve, but not too bad. Everything else is just under cons. I like I don't know how, but I just hope it get better, but it just gets worse and worse and worse, and I just want everyone to die. Basically, I want the pony genocide to happen.
Whoa. Okay.
And myself for it. There is no hope for this to be good. Oh.
Pro shadows were good when moved and walking with the walking. Yeah, except when they disappeared. The editing with the magic was good. Yeah, that's true. The moments when the magic was involved, yes, and this was great throughout. Yeah, I'll say the shadows were great, except when they weren't. The keyframing was excellent, except when it wasn't. The lighting and the concern about the positioning of the sun and everything was a great detail, except when it wasn't. There's definite theme with the visuals of this episode, with the exception of the backgrounds. Actually, I'm actually very intrigued by the backgrounds because it's definitely hard usually to find backgrounds that will suit different times of day. That's the reason I've started doing the moving sky in Mutant Girl episodes. So if I needed to, for example, in episode 6. I could actually use the same background and then just fade to a different, different time period. Not time period, but time day. And that'd be and I can also lighting accordingly and whatever, a bit more control. But with this kind of thing, where the backgrounds are all pre-existing and before AI generation would, facilitate this process, I'm actually impressed at the backgrounds that Oyo was able to find wherever they happen to, appear from. Clearly not from Gacha itself, but yeah, there's definitely a good variety of like, okay, we can use that. We use the lake. I would never have thought to get a lake background for the night unless I already had that planned, which also says to me that Oreo did have some pre-planning for a lot of these plot points, but possibly not the script, as evidenced by the spelling and just the general randomness that's going through like the minor details when you get down to the fine points, rather than the overall episode. I get the feeling the overall episodes of these are structured in some way, possibly bullet pointed, maybe, but not fully thought out or written out to, help with that. As Bond says here, cons, the show goes to deteriorate, the spelling was atrocious, the motivations weren't strong enough. Yep, absolutely. I mean, if someone else had discovered the whole Agatha plot point, maybe Celeste herself, that would have made sense. You wouldn't know about Aurora's curiosity regarding Agatha, but Percival most certainly did. I feel like all the decisions were given to the wrong people, possibly also, maybe with the exception of the sleeping dust, because, I mean, it's not much of a shock because we just met that character. It would have been a bigger betrayal if it had been somebody that we had known beforehand. But I guess Percival knew them before, so we're supposed to take from that they are a trustworthy source. But yeah, if that's the case, I would probably left the betrayal into like another episode, or maybe revealed in a different episode that was what happened, even though it was painfully obvious to us.
Okay. One pro is that everything in the beginning is beautiful. We not only had stage lighting, but we also had shadows, and we had the animated poses, and we had some sort of composition going on. I could understand what was happening in each scene. Nobody was too big or too small. Like, there were some particularly peculiar fades every now and then for people transitioning into the scene, which could be fixed with rendering, but honestly, the first half of the video was near perfection and pulled me back and gave me hope that this series could be better.
Yeah, the first third, story-wise, wasn't too bad either. In isolation, maybe when you compare it up with like how we got to that point, not so much. But in isolation, hey, you know what? There are different locations. That's why they can't be involved in this battle. And actually, if the Mord has to pass through the village, and they maybe said they had no time to evacuate, possibly, then that would give them a reason to get involved in the future if they did in fact appear, which I guess they didn't this time. But whatever, we didn't know at the time.
And then over the course of the video, not only did the visuals deteriorate, but the story did as well. Everything
I can't even play the effects were decent Avatar scene because the effects weren't decent throughout.
Like, we are knee deep in the story here. You think it would start to be airtight right now. But no, it's like bread. There are still way too many bubbles for the dough to rise.
I can't.
That's because this story is lacking yeast. It's lacking a bonding agent. It just feels like a bunch of things happening.
You know something I'll say? This is probably for a while in the middle portion of our middle portion, I guess. So, episodes like 4, 5, maybe 3 as well. We've kind of like been deviating to the Methgazub stuff and, and all the importance of having to other characters aside from Aurora. At the very least, we're starting to pull back from that. And from episode 6, of course, going with the field trip in the first place and the whole Agatha's backstory. Now we're going into, okay, so Aurora was asleep for some of this, but it's still about her. She becomes much more of like the anchoring point of the series. But now that I say that out loud, I'm actually realizing this as I was talking. When the parts when Aurora became the main character again was when the video started to deteriorate. And it was also when we learned more about Aurora in the first place in episode 1 and such that I was like, a lot of this didn't like hold up to scrutiny, and the intrigue that I got in the first place of watching that first scene all those years ago dissipated at the time. So yeah, everything that happens to Aurora in this is just not as interesting as all of the other stuff from the other characters, the side characters, going through the Mefgazub reveal, which says a lot, I think. I think maybe this entire series should have been potentially flipped, maybe. Maybe instead of Mefgazub being the academy that's being exposed, it's actually Mogarip that has had either the security breach already or at some point had the breach, meaning that, Aurora will be a lot closer to the action, and Mefgazub were the ones potentially offering some assistance if you needed some extra characters on top of what you already had.
Also, I would have left Agatha's actions in the distant past rather than the recent past.
Yeah, that was the feeling that we got from the start of this, actually.
Yeah,
The
the
whole
feeling that we got from the start was that Agatha was this sort of ancient figure who did a bad thing for unknown and mysterious reasons.
And that's
But
why no
now
one was
it-
there to copy what happened. But it is literally within living memory of some people.
Yes, some people can tell you what happened. Someone can explain it to you, for guts.
Yeah, as long as their name isn't Percival.
It just makes me want to do like a third episode of the randomness series. I need a palate cleanser so bad.
Even that would make more sense than this series and potentially be more entertaining and more immersive. Yeah,
Like-
go for it.
I don't know, maybe do like a double episode special, but keep them apart of scheduling wise.
Wait, a cheeseburger two-parter?
You know what? Yes, I will do a cheeseburger episode. That's the
There you
next
go.
episode. I will figure out a way to do it. We'll see. I have some ideas.
Yeah,
I have...
just imply there's an army off stage. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Well, I will. Best of luck with you with that. I think we've all said what we need to say about this this episode and this series thus far. Hopefully to Ace, who was really invested in the in what was going on, that this hasn't broken said investment, because all that other stuff is still much like the cliffhanger I talked about on the Butter Bunch yesterday. A lot of that stuff is still ongoing. So hopefully we'll get that payoff sometime within the next 3 episodes of the series. In the meantime, I think it was time to return to what Ace actually is more interested in seeing. Because I was reminded today that it's been almost a week since I looked at Bunny Wunny Tales. So there's more randomness in the near future for Gacha Review. But of that,
Please.
tomorrow.
Take a shotgun to my head.
So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, as I've done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Farewell.